Hey, welcome to an episode of You Can Do Anything for 5 Seconds. Today's episode, we're going to be in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to meal prep 4 days worth of your food. This is something I actually saw online already from bodybuilding.com. I wanted to try it for myself because I'm very busy, and I thought, okay, if I can actually prep 4 days worth of my meals in an hour, that's what they were claiming, let's try it. Let's actually do it on our show and see if it actually works. So what you need, I want to show you just what you need. You're going to need an app where you set your timers. You're going to need to go out and buy 4 days worth of your food. You need, proteins, you need carbs, and you need, of course, your fats and your veggies. I'll show you all the food that I bought. So it was about €80 worth of food, which is around $90 worth of food. So I'll give you guys then an overview here. So I got some sweet potatoes, that's really important. And I only bought 2 because actually we're gonna cut them in half. The idea here is that your fist is a portion size. So when you cut it in half, then you get 2. This is then, 4 days worth of sweet potatoes. It's great. Then I've got some broccoli. I've got some zucchini here, which I'll cut up. I've got some snacks also in this. This is not just the main meals. You'll get 3 main meals actually for 4 days out of this. But I've got some Greek yogurt here, 4 little containers of Greek yogurt, and I've got some blueberries. Then I've got some turkey meat, and I went out and I bought some chicken breast, which we'll cut up, and I've got some beef back here, and I've got then 4 packages of these fish, basically, these fish fillets. Green beans, I've got some apples over here, quinoa for a carb source, and I've got some cherry tomatoes and spinach because we'll make some salad also. What you need too is basically a bowl where we're going to put the eggs. Then we need a pot where we're going to actually put the quinoa. You'll need a glass bowl for all your veggies. We're going to put some water and saran wrap over that and put that in the microwave later on. You'll need to prep then 2 pans for yourself. And your pan here will be for meat and another pan for your sweet potato. Then you need to go ahead and prep your ovens. Mine is actually set to 180 C. And I think, it's 350 Fahrenheit for you guys back in the US. Wow. Give me a second and I will then turn my timers on and we'll get cooking here. See ya. Alright, so guys, this is what we need to do. We actually have to cut the sweet potato right in half. Okay? We're going to poke some holes in that. This is going to be for our 2 portions here. And actually the suggestion from bodybuilding.com was that you need to use a knife. So we take a knife and it's just easier to kind of poke holes inside the sweet potato so that it can breathe. So go ahead and do that. Get holes inside our sweet potato here. And actually, I don't know how you guys like your sweet potato, but there's so many really good sugars inside the sweet potato and they come out naturally. So you don't need to put anything on them normally. But sometimes what I like to do is cut them up and I make sweet potato fries out of them. So you could do something like that. And after we get our holes in the sweet potato, we're just going to throw them onto our pan over here. Alright guys, so the next thing that we need to do is actually get our eggs inside our water. So we're going to want to do that gently. We're going to put, first we're going to take our pot here and we're just going to gently place our eggs inside. So after we do that, we're going to fill this up with some water here over in the sink. And you want to just fill this up until there's about a ½ inch over top of your egg. Okay. Then we're going to put this on the stove, and we're gonna wait till it boils. Once it boils, then we're going to set our timer for 15 minutes. Okay guys, so now we got our quinoa. We're gonna have to take our quinoa out, get a measuring cup, and basically it's 2 parts water, 1 part quinoa. So if you take a cup, then quinoa, then you need 2 cups of water essentially. Okay guys, so I've got my quinoa here. We're just gonna take 1 cup of quinoa. Alright. And we'll take 2 cups of water. So take your cup, and we've got our bowl on the stove here. So we're just gonna pour that in. We're gonna get some water. 2 cups of water here. Okay, that's 1 cup. 1 more cup. And then we're gonna let this boil. I've got quinoa on my stove, and I've got my eggs on my stove. And at the moment, we have to wait until the quinoa and the eggs actually start to boil. So when they boil, then we will turn off the power, and we will actually just keep the covers on them and let them sit. Now the eggs actually need to sit for 12 minutes, so you need to set a 12-minute timer for them. And the quinoa needs to sit for 15 minutes, okay? Okay, so I've noticed actually my oven is ready, it's hot, and I'm gonna take my sweet potatoes over here, and I'm gonna put them in my oven. So, just gonna open this up here. We will take this right in. These are my time-consuming sweet potatoes. They're gonna take 45 minutes to actually cook. So we're gonna go over here, and we're going to start our timer actually. So sweet potatoes are now started. Cool. And at the moment, I will take you guys to the next step. So while the sweet potatoes are in and cooking, and my eggs are on the stove and my quinoa, we're gonna move on to actually prepping our poultry first. And what we need to do is get them out of their packaging. I will change actually my covers here real quick, and then we will slice these. So I'm back to you in a minute. Okay, I just noticed that my eggs were actually boiling over here. So I'm keeping them with their cover on, and I started my timer already. That was a 12-minute timer that we started for those. Okay, so now we're going to prep our poultry over here. So first we're going to actually have to change our covers, and we can do that really quick with some of our saran wrap. Got over here. So take your saran wrap out and cover your working space. And this just helps you because it'll save you some time actually from when you have to switch over to your beef. Okay, so what I did was I actually cut up all my chicken now, and I'm just portioning it out over here on my cooking tray. And it's nice because actually there's different slices here, so I can make sure that my portions are good and controlled. I can change around the actual portion sizes. Okay, so I cut up all my chicken, I've got it on my tray, I've portioned it out, and now I'm going to wash my hands real quick, and then I'm going to season the chicken. So, second here, I've got to check on my quinoa and my eggs. After that, I'll take the turkey out, and then I can season the turkey and get it in the oven too. Hey guys, so I'm back here with this peri peri chicken rub, and you guys should check it out. I mean, it's awesome, I love it, but if you want to use some kind of seasoning for your chicken and for your turkey, then I recommend it. So, put a little bit of seasoning over top of your chicken. That's Sprinkle it on there, get a good coating, and do the same then for your turkey. Okay, so my timer just went off for my eggs. I need to get my eggs drained and cool them down with some cool water. So I'm going to drain them real quick, and then I'll cool them down. You guys okay, so my timer just went off for my quinoa. I'm going to stir it. Yeah, looks great. So this is what your quinoa should actually look like when you guys are done with it. Let's taste it. There you go. So you can just let the quinoa sit. It's ready. I put some cold water on my eggs, and I got them sitting as well. So now I've still got like 26 minutes on my sweet potatoes, and my meal prep time, I'm just in half right now. So I'm about to prepare my poultry, and I'll come back. Okay, so I've got my poultry prepared over here with my peri peri chicken rub, and I'm gonna throw it in the oven because I actually have a little bit of a problem. Living in Europe, I got these tiny little ovens, and I can't fit everything inside of there, so I'm gonna have to cook these two things at separate times. Now the meat had a 10-minute timer, so we're gonna just throw it in here. We're gonna set our timer for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes then we'll pull it out. But this is gonna add some time, essentially. So I got my meat timer going there. It's gonna add some total time, I think, to my meal prep. I still got 27 minutes on my meal prep time out of the 1 hour, so I think I'll make it 10 minutes. I have about 7 minutes to spare, so if I need to cook the poultry longer, no problem. So I'm sticking to this. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to prep my beef and my fish. I'm gonna season it, and then it'll be ready for when the meat comes out, poultry. I'll be able to put this on there. So, all right, guys. So I've got my beef here. You guys can check it out. Yeah, my German beef. I'm gonna take this out. I'm going to prepare it with my seasoning and my fish. Okay guys, so I've got my Texan Steakhouse rub. Check that out. I'm gonna put that on my beef. That's how I'm gonna season it. And you guys should season it how you like. We're gonna get both sides of this beef coated today. We're gonna coat this thing good. I mean, really, it's not, I think, any fun if you've got only one side of that beef seasoned. So make sure to really get a good coating, mix it up, get your patties going, and then move on to the next thing, which is probably going to be preparing my vegetables. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm actually seasoning my fish. So I leave it in this tray because there's a little bit of water in there. And I just take, actually, right now, my Louisiana Cajun rub, and I'm going to season these fish up. I have 4 of them. I'm going to do it on both sides. And then I'm going to cook them with my beef. So, check back in with guys. Okay, right now I've got my beef and my fish prepared, so I'm going to get those in the oven right now. And my sweet potatoes should be done, so I can also take those out at the same time. So I got my beef in there. I'm going to start my timer. It's a 10-minute timer for my meat. And let's get these sweet potatoes out of the oven. They should be done now. Oh, look at that. Look beautiful. They smell delicious too. You guys can't smell it, but if you're following along with me at home, then you will be able to smell this and enjoy it when you eat it. Okay, so I've got my broccoli prepared here, and you want about ½ inch of water in the bottom here. That's what they were saying, or the chef was saying from this episode of bodybuilding.com. So you're gonna put this into the microwave for about 5 minutes. getting down to the end here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my eggs in their original container. I don't have anything else, and it was a good idea. It was a suggestion from the show, so I'm gonna try that. Cool. So, got my eggs back in here. I'm ready to go. Hey guys. So I'm going to show you guys the finished product now. I'm going to take you over here. So I've got 4 days worth of food here, all portioned out. I've got actually a carb and a vegetable for almost every single day, which is great. And I also have some salads and some snacks like my Greek yogurt prepared in the refrigerator. So I have some cleanup to do actually. So I will take care of that. But yeah, I was pretty close to an hour actually, so this is cool. I can prepare these meals actually in a quick way, and I would say that you guys can also do it in a quick way too. So I would recommend it. Definitely try it, and I'll be excited to actually eat some of this food. What I will do now is add just a little bit of olive oil and Himalayan sea salt, this pink Himalayan sea salt, actually, to each container, just like a little bit for some fat and a little bit of additional taste. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.